Fake friends with real tears. Smoke clears, we're still here. And living it right now. And living it right now.
Beautiful people, welcome. This is Call Me IV Radio. It's me, your host with the most, IV, but just call me number 4, baby. Kicking this thing off with a very special segment I will be calling the Ivy League Podcast. No telling what we'll get into. You just going to have to stay tuned every day to see what kind of topics we diving into. Life, love, everything in between, baby. That being said, to kick tonight's episode off, we have a very special guest for a very special evening. I'll go ahead and let him introduce himself.
IV, I appreciate you for having me like always, brother. It's always a pleasure to be able to talk with you. But you got me over here, Jeremy. Man, let's get the people what they need.
And what they need, and get used to that face right there. Y'all will be seeing a whole lot of 1 and 2. As I said earlier, we're going to get into a whole lot. This first segment, we're going to kick off this Monday. We're going to call it Motion Mondays. All about what we're looking forward to this week, what we're working towards, and things to look forward to. So without further ado, I think we're okay to go ahead and kick that thing off about what we got going on this weekend. This week, excuse me. So that being said, I think the easiest one to speak about is this journey that I've been on as far as getting that physical together, man. Trying to get this spare tire off of me because I couldn't keep carrying around that gut, baby. That thing was sick. It was making me sick. So kind of what that's looking like for me right now. Got my diet all together. I'm working out 7 days a week. I mean, it's weekends. We don't get no breaks. We ease up just a little bit. It's just core cardio, things like that. But really taking myself seriously, really being a lot more intentional and loving the results that I'm seeing so far going into week 4. So really excited to kick that thing off and keep it going. But talk to him about what you got going on as well, too, man. I know you also been on your journey.
Yeah, man. It's been a hell of a journey, man. Just so not exactly like yours, but just trying to gain weight, essentially. So just like my brother said, just dieting, or not dieting, but just watching what we eat on a day in, day out basis. It come with its struggles, man. But one of those days you can't lay off of. So
can't talk about that without the struggle,
yeah,
baby.
You get what I'm saying? So, but it's exciting. It's exciting to be able to just really get into on a day in, day out basis. So just back to it. Weights, heavy lifting, even if it's killing me. Hey,
even if it's killing you slow.
Yeah, you feel me? So looking forward to them weights, really getting to it, making sure my mental health good and all of that. So really excited for it, man.
That's what I'm talking about, man. So what would you say is your biggest motivator right now to push you through this phase? Because it's not easy. It's not for everybody, but somehow you're able to dig deep and make it happen. So what you think is your biggest, what's your fuel right now?
Man, you look in the mirror, man, and you really...
Man in the mirror.
You get what I'm saying, and you just see. For me, it's just like I see exactly what I'm supposed to have. So just having an idea of what that just looks like, man, it drives me crazy. So it's just like it make all of that not easy, but not as hard as it usually would be. So just tapping back into that is really.
Staying there.
You know what I'm saying? So
you touched on something too about what you're supposed to have. I don't think they really understand what you meant by that, man. That's a big piece that you touched on, though. That visualization, having an image of what your goal looks like, and then having an idea what the work needs to look like to get there. So, as far as what you're supposed to have, what does that mean for you?
Man, it's just I'm supposed to just have that self-confidence and that respect for myself. So, any room that I go to, like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Oh, that.
And not even more so for somebody else to be like, who's that? But just when I go in that room, I really feel like I'm not out of place. And because it's going to be a high value room, so I'm right where I need to be. So, and I do feel like a lot of that does start off with you, which is tied into that physical aspect. So, yeah, man.
It's a lot of things that start with that physical, man, from your mental health, your emotional well-being, even your social interaction, man. I mean, the science is out there. You could go to ChatGPT. Shout out to ChatGPT as well, too. Telling you, but ChatGPT done held me down like gravity. But seriously, I can't really speak enough about what at least taking yourself seriously does and that weight room does for you and how it reflects in the way that you live, how you walk, how you talk. Something that's you can't really put a name or a number on it, but everybody knows it when they see it. So I definitely feel what you mean, especially that what you're supposed to have. Like when you see yourself in that mirror and then you really reevaluate where you at in your life, the things that you done did, what you said, and how you've ended up where you at. And maybe you're falling short for where you're supposed to be at. Maybe you're right on the mark, or maybe you got some more work to do. But still knowing exactly what that looks like and then doing what you got to do to make it happen is a beautiful thing. So Glad to hear that, and as you can see, both of us, we on that journey. It's no mistake. You are who you surround yourself around, man. You got to make sure that you have people in your corner, in your circle, that are also motivating themselves, also doing something for yourselves, because it gets tough to keep yourself, you show up every day as much as you can, the best capacity you can, but ain't nothing like looking over to your left or your right. You're like, oh, my dog over there getting it too, man. I can't let him be by himself. Yeah. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Get yourself a really good support system and then appreciate them. Don't ever take them for granted, because it's a lot of people that will never have that. Some people do have that. Some people take it for granted. But when you do have it, hold on to it and cherish it. So, but yeah, so that's a little tidbit as far as at least what we're looking forward to physically. As you guys can tell, we both got a nice little routine that we setting for ourselves, although our goals are a little bit different. My man said he want to walk through these doors sideways, no neck, all that good stuff. I love the shit. Me, on the other hand, I gotta. I'm not necessarily losing any more weight right now. I'm trying to recomp. I'm at a bricks 200 pounds, and I'd like to stay there. But at 200 pounds, I'm reallocating it. At first, he wanted to sit on my gut. Like I said, that spare tire, he couldn't stay. So trying to make it look like something, chisel it up a little bit. So give us a little bit of time. We'll see what things is looking like. But like I said, as far as that physical, that's kind of where we're at. But we also got something else that we're looking forward to as well, too. Feeding that spiritual, man. Feeding that emotional. Strengthening that connection with God, getting to read the book a little bit, starting a Bible study within our friend group as well too. Kind of tearing it as well too, starting the day off with something like a Bible study, getting into a verse and things like that, what it means to us, how we're interpreting that, and then leading that into a nice little workout, something that we talked about putting together, just because that is another one of those things, like, better, you got to do better. And it's easy to know better and say you're going to do better. Mm-hmm. It's a whole different ball game when you know better and you actually doing better, man. So stopping right there, man. If you are somebody that you know better and you're doing better, take some time to pat yourself on the back, because that's no easy feat. I know it sounds like something that you should be doing. Maybe I'm applauding the fish for swimming, but I'll do that. I'm all about giving flowers while you can, man. So please, if you're doing your thing and you know you're doing your thing, take some time to appreciate that. Celebrate that however that looks like for you, because that's not no small feat, seriously. So shout out to all of y'all really chasing after it. And if you know better and you're not doing better, that's not a slight to you as well, too. Just take this as that wake-up call that it's time to make it happen, because ain't no telling when our car is going to get pulled, when it's time for us to go make that trip that we won't come back from. Everybody has to do it at any time. I choose to be as prepared and live the best of my abilities until I get to that point, too. So that's my little, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I'm going to get off my soapbox for now. But, yeah, man, so as far as that Bible study thing goes, or as far as getting into the Word, what do you think is something that you're really looking forward to get out of that?
Just really sitting up and just dwelling in the spirit with just people I genuinely have love for, just because that's a forever walk and a forever conversation that we'll be having. So just giving glory to the Most High and the one who's the main orchestrator behind everything. So really just sitting there talking about the Word, and even if we choose to get into it real deep, we could do that. But even if it's just something, just read a few verses and get to the workout. I really am excited for it, just because all of the glory and praise is to Him at the end of the day. So it's gonna definitely be a pleasure. Just especially seeing all of the pieces that He's working in all of our lives together gradually. So even though we're in different seasons of our lives, it's almost like it's a similar walk still, though. So it's definitely I'm very excited to see just the start of that. So yeah, that's really it for me, man. Just getting into that Word with your brothers, with your family, and just taking that trip together. So
there we go. As you can see, Ivy League, everything is intentional. There's nothing that happens on accident on here. We got a summa cum laude himself, Mr. Honor Roll graduate, all A's that made the dean's list, however you want to say that thing. Top of the line cat, man. Really authentic, real genuine blessing to have him in my life, man. I will say Orlando has brought a lot of blessings for me, but this is definitely one of the biggest ones sitting to my left of me. So again, y'all get real familiar with this face. You're gonna be seeing a whole lot of 1 and 2, man, and a whole lot of more to come. Seriously, stay tuned. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Shoot me a DM on Instagram, Snapchat, X? I almost called it Twitter. I don't even know what they call it now. I'm gonna still call it Twitter just because that's what it is for me. But all of that, you can find me there. IZSINGIV. Go ahead, shout them out your handle as well too, man. They gotta see what you put a face to the name.
Well, no, man, I appreciate that, man. So definitely trying to get more accessible on those platforms, but you can still get me at Instagram _Jeremy with 2 M's and another underscore. So Hey, look, just like he said, any DMs, questions, even if it's just a follow, go ahead, reach out to me on there. And we just gonna go from there. Excited to hear from whoever.
Exactly. Showing love is free, and we ain't got no shortage of it over here. So y'all come get y'all portion. Y'all come get y'all portion because there's plenty to go around. Seriously, but that being said, I think that's gonna wrap it up for our Motion Monday. Shorter episode. We got the pilot kicking off the Monday still. You can expect something happening every week. Obviously, as we get our legs underneath us, we get a little more familiar with this, then we'll have a lot more for y'all. But so far, so good in my opinion, man. So to all of y'all that stay tuned, the 4Lifer Gang, I appreciate y'all being here, man. Please, 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 once again, hit that like, comment, and subscribe button because there's a lot more to come. This is not going to be the last that you see of us. So outside of that, y'all stay blessed, stay up, stay active.
Baby, it's whatever. Tú sabes lo que me gusta. I believe in karma.